Alright, final thoughts on Killzone 3 campaign. What's up, everybody? Nizu here. First things first, I just want to mention in no way is this any kind of full-blown review on the game. I have not even played the multiplayer part of this game. I can only talk about the single-player campaign in Killzone 3. So, whether this makes or breaks your decision to buy this game is completely up to you. I'm just going to point out very important things that I think people might want to know and just kind of give you my personal feedback on the game. And I'll just leave it at that. First things first, let's talk about the story in this game. The story is definitely the weakest part of this game. I felt no kind of attachment or connection or emotional connection, for that matter, with any of the characters in this game, especially the lead character or the role that you assume in this game. It's not a hero role. It's just basically there to kind of carry you through the campaign. Your sidekick he's an idiot. At one point he goes AWOL, and he just kind of gets ridiculous after that. He starts throwing temper tantrums, starts acting like a little baby, and for me personally, it just adds nothing to the story, and I lose interest almost immediately. There was something kind of ironic that happened in the last chapter, a cutscene in the last chapter, and I'm gonna let you guys see the cutscene, and then I'll talk about it after that. So check this out.
Listen! Even if you win, do you really think Helgen's enemies will give you time to rebuild? Look around you, Star. You're destroying our people.
Unless, what if I had no enemies left to fight? What if I used my weapons and killed everyone on Earth? The colonies would be terrified. They'd fall into line, and I wouldn't need your help. Like I said, you're predictable!
Okay, so the ironic thing with that cutscene is that you're predictable. I mean, that's pretty much the way this story was from front to back. Extremely predictable. And then halfway through the ending credits, you get a cutscene like this.
There. Welcome home, sir.
Okay, that cutscene right there is a perfect example of predictability. And, I mean, come on, guys. How many games, how many movies, how many TV series have we seen end in this fashion? It's been done a million times. When is the madness going to end? Excuse the rage for a second, but you know, nowadays developers pour so much time into the multiplayer portion of games that the single player campaign is always lacking in story development. And I'm just tired of it. I wish that games would try and come up with a more unique way to keep the story going. And I'll just leave it at that. It was unfortunate. Let's talk about something more exciting. And that is the graphics in this game. Graphics are absolutely outstanding. I play PC games. I play Xbox, obviously PlayStation. And, you know, I've played a ton of games in my time, enough to compare any games that are out at the moment or that have been out. And by far, I have never seen a game to this day with graphics done on this scale before. Truly epic. the skies, the way the sun is beaming through the clouds, the destruction on the battlefield, all the animations, everything is just top notch, like top of the line stuff here. And I feel like a lot of game companies can see this and definitely feel inspired by it, which is exciting for the future of games. Um, let's talk about the gameplay. If you are looking for a direct comparison to another shooter out there, I would say this game is most like Gears of War. This game has a cover system, much like Gears of War. Even the enemy AI kind of reminds me a little bit of how the locusts move in Gears of War. The weapons are pretty fun to use. There's only a handful of weapons, and for the most part, I found myself only sticking to two weapons in the game. There was an M4 type assault rifle and a light machine gun, and I pretty much only used those two weapons throughout the entire game. There is a sniper section in the game, but it's way too short, and pretty much the only time that the sniper rifles show up, they do show up at one point in the end, but I don't know, I just could never get my hands on one. I wouldn't say this game is like Call of Duty at all. It's really hard to take enemies out unless they are out of cover. Sometimes they'll be behind a wall and there'll be a small portion of their body exposed, and you just can't kill them. You shoot at that spot and nothing happens. It's really not until they come out from behind cover that you can get a jump on them and kill them. So I wouldn't say it's like Call of Duty at all. There are several sections in the game where you get to drive vehicles, you get to man tanks, you get to man guns on airships, and it is a blast to play. And it wasn't just one or two sections in the game. This happened frequently throughout the course of the campaign, and it was just a lot of fun. Bottom line, this game draws inspiration from a lot of very popular games. Games like Gears of War, Halo, Lost Planet, even Star Wars. The whole section in the end where you got to fly the spaceship and the spaceships and the music and... I never felt as though this game was blatantly ripping ideas from other games. I always felt as though it was inspired by them, and that's fine. In the end, you want to give people something that they'll enjoy playing. So you want some aspects from, some popular games out there. I understand that. And at the same time, you want to maintain, that core gameplay that people know and appreciate from the Killzone series, and I feel like this game accomplished that. And in the end, the campaign was a lot of fun, more fun than I expected. And that's all I can really say. Thanks for watching, guys, and take care.